this just in. Voodon appears to be attacking the city known as Tokyo right now, and we have no idea what to do. We have tried shooting him, he has done nothing, and he's just been focused on everybody else and been swallowing many people. Do you know what to do? If you do, please tell me down below in the comments, and we will do what we can. Also, it turns out we also have a food shortage because of all these kaiju. We don't know what to do, so we are asking you. That's it. Thank you, and make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Clown Lab. Today, I just thought that I would show you that, or actually I would talk to you about the fact that actually Voodon just dropped this today, and I am excited. And if you did not get him done, he's very simple. They actually, when you go ahead and go look at what he needs to get, like when you go to menu and you look at what you need to get him, they actually already put the locations in where it's gonna be around, which is actually interesting because, well, that's gonna be interesting because that will help us with getting these things easier. And also, Voodon is actually really, really good. I'm gonna be explaining how I used him, and I think it works out pretty well if you do it this way. I don't know about any other ways, but another thing I'm gonna be talking about is his attacks. And first off, we're just going to talk about the attacks, and I'm going to talk about a bit more about him. Okay, so first off, let's talk about his attacks. His first attack is just a bit of a little bit of a kind of, you know, like, what's his name? Let's see, who would be a good example? There's like, if you ever had, I don't know who has it, but his first attack is he kind of does like Rodan's second attack, where it kind of grabs with his two claw, but instead what it does is it actually does two claws. So first it does one of his claws and then the other claw, and he actually does damage with his wings too. Monster Zero! It's like Monster Zero's second attack. Then his second attack, he does a backflip, and then he goes ahead and just kind of bites all over the place. That's kind of what he does, and I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good dash attack, or a get out of there kind of situation. I realized it's also sort of like male Mudos or the Titanus Rodans, because you kind of move into one spot and you can choose the direction you want to go, but you can't really can't actually just pick out. You can't actually just pick a certain. You can't just pick out it you can't just pick whenever you can't just constantly keep moving like G19 or Godzilla 2019, whichever one you will call it. You actually only can move in one straight line, which was kind of hard to use. It's better on. Okay, another thing I should tell you is that combat in air is not as good as combat on ground. What I mean is if you kind of sky camp a bit, and you look for openings in these kind of things, that's kind of how it works. Let me take a sip of my eggnog. Okay, so as I was saying, if you actually try to hit him with the second attack, it's really useful because you can get in there quick and out. That's what I find it good for. Also, but it does involve you have to know the precise movements. If you do not know it, it's gonna have a lot of problems. But okay, then the third attack is kind of like a spew. Until I think it's 75 or 50, you get a beam that comes out of his heart or his chest, whichever one you want to call it. I think it's his heart. And yeah. Also, yeah. So yeah, it's a spew attack. I have it right now, and I believe the beam is similar. It's just it does about maybe a bit more damage. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that high. I've only got to level 30 or something. I think, yeah, level 30. Exactly, level 30. And yeah. Also, there's also the amazing cool it just has the spew attack is kind of useful. I find it useful. It's you just hover over him, aim down, and right here, see that black stuff, that is the spew attack. And I find it useful to keep some range from this is good for people that have fast attacks if you want to do some kind of bit of damage. And that's really what it's useful for, to get some damage in while they are not looking, and or while they can't even reach you, the only way they can is if they have a beam. And sometimes they don't have a beam, so that's kind of nice. But once you do have once you get the kaiju, it's really, really good. And number 3 attack is really, really useful because it's actually like you can kind of sky camp with that ability, like a better sky camper. It's really, really useful. So I figured out a few other tricks too. I think there's this like 4 move. I didn't know what this was doing for first, and I was kind of confused. I figured out I also got potions. You get that at level 25. There's a lot of things about this character you only unlock at like certain levels. Like his beam, you unlock more things. There's a lot of things you can unlock from this kaiju. But right now, all I got is the potion ability, which I'll talk to you about that in a second. So his 4th attack technically isn't. I think it's more of like kind of like it does like maybe like it does a lot of damage, but you only can use it on the ground. Maybe it's kind of like Monster Zero's like ability where he can kind of like, what is it, like he can actually kind of use his ability to, well, make his power more powerful, like his number 3, the Alpha Roar, I think it is. Yeah, the Alpha Roar. You can use that. It's really, really useful for that. Oh, another thing I should mention, he is not really good with regeneration. But, okay, so he has the 4 move, which I think just gives him an extra boost on damage. It's nice. But honestly, there isn't too much out of it. I also figured out what the utility does, the V move. It's actually, I figured it out. It was not very easy to figure out at first. Now that I know what it is, it's much more easier to tell. First off, it's supposed to switch so you can use your potion ability. I didn't have potion at the time, so I wasn't sure what this did, but it gave me one attack that was like, it grounds flyers. It was, when you press it, it has the 1 attack, but it only can use it at ground. So like, if you tried using it in the air, it does not work, because it's just, I guess it makes sense. It's gonna be too powerful if you do. It's a good way to get out of there, like, run, get out of here, go, go, go. And also, by the way, Voodon can team, so I'm just saying that you can actually team with Voodon. That is exciting, so I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be great. That's why I am. So yes, you can actually team as Voodon, which is actually exciting. That means you can actually team up to 3 people. That's usually what it means. I figured this out, so as you can see, we're teaming on Monster Zero. We're having fun. I don't know about this Monster Zero though. He's probably like, dude, you can't team. That's not true. You can team with some kaiju. And this is one of them, because I looked at underneath their names, and if it does not say cannot team or not team, then that means it can't team. Like the G21 that G21 shouldn't have one, at least not anymore. Same thing with like other Godzillas. But it's like, I think that it's just like, the point is that if you can actually like use these attacks here, you can use a lot of these attacks to your advantage. And I'm actually happy with how they did this, because Voodon and JuJu is actually a really powerful kaiju when you use it correctly. Okay, so I've talked about the attacks quite a bit, and I'm going to talk about a bit more because there is still some left. First of all, they have when you use your P move, when you get to level 25, you get this potion ability. There is a potion over there. Right now I'm on speed. Whenever you get to like level 25, as I said before, you get this ability to transform your potions from type speed to type damage to type regen. So it helps with health and regen. What you do is, this is where the trinket thing, the V ability, comes in handy, because this guy's regeneration just is not really great. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, he needs a bit of a. He's got some cool utility ability, but it does not do much. His health does not have regeneration as much, but he's got like only 3,000 health, so that's upsetting. But Voodon and JuJu is a very good kaiju. If you do not have him yet, you should get him, because he is actually really useful to get, and I'm gonna get him to like level 50. And honestly, with the time I'm getting with him, I'm like already at like, I'm already going to do, like, I'm actually like almost at like, I think in like 2 to 3 days we're gonna be like at level like 50. like in 2 days, at least like at maximum 2 days to get to like level 50. But it's definitely really useful to get this thing to high levels. It's really useful, and because it's fast, sorta. The attacks here are really good for ground, like only people that can only just stay on ground. They can't move. They actually are just they can't fly. They're more stationary. Those are the kind of things you want to use this with. And yeah, that's kind of what the trinkets just allow you to press 2. And when you press 2, you will get this potion ability depending on which one you set it on. Like if you set it on to speed and then you press 2, what it will do is it will assign you with this cool ability that will, you know, let you to, well, kind of, it'll just let you, it'll let you kind of like change your, it's hard to explain. So whenever you play as Voodon and JuJu, what was I saying? I forgot. I forget. Okay, so Voodon and JuJu is really nice, and the number 2 allows you to change. If you have speed on, it will allow you to get a speed buff. If you have damage on, it'll give you a very big damage buff, like probably 2 times the amount of damage or so. And then 3 times, health and regen is really good for regeneration, which I try to use it as much as possible because it's very useful. And that's why I'm like, yeah, try to use that as much as I can, because if I can, I'm going to have a very good time. That's my plan right now. So try to do a good job at when you get into level 25, you can get this thing. Also, you cannot use this thing more than a few times because you get more of these potions whenever you kill people. So you can't really always keep using them over and over. That's the thing. But you can always use this. It's a very good way to change your things up, and that's why I'm like, yeah, if I'm like at like 1,000 HP, maybe I'll use the regeneration. If I'm like at maybe like 2,000, I'm good. Also, I looked up his attack. He's got this cool like attack, he's got like a cool little 4 move. I looked at it. It had these like numbers on it. It was cool. I think you saw it before, just like it pops off of his head. Anyways, the trinkets are, I think that's how far I got now, but I think at like level 50 or level 75 you get the 3 attack in there, and then at level 100 you get the 4th one, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe 75 you unlock all of it. Possibly that. Because you unlock it, like, the first ones you unlock anyways at, like, level 1. So I think at level 75 you'll unlock everything. So maybe I'll try to get him to level 75. Depending on what I'm thinking of it. So, we'll see what I think of it. And, well, I think right now I'm just, like, this thing is exciting. I'm happy with this. I'm happy that we finally got Voodon and JuJu as a new kaiju. And, I think that all I gotta do now is talk to you about how to use this kaiju in my case. So, I've done this before with a female Mudo and me, and fighting it, I noticed something really useful. So, if you fight a female Mudo, if it ever, really, you want to make sure it's that window. There's a specific window where you will get, you can get, like, a specific window where you will just like, they don't have anything to load with, like, they can't actually hit you. That's the kind of thing you're looking for. So, like, if you can actually just find a specific window where they're like, they just finished their attack, and then you go in with number 2. That's how it works. You press 1, and you get close, and then you get out of the way. If you press 2 and then get out of, press 1 and then get out of the way. And then they press 2 because they'll get distracted thinking you were attacking them, and then you go, boom, you're in. And then that's how I did mine, and it works really well. It's a good way. Now, be cautious with, like, G19s and stuff, that they will beam you whenever you press 3. And that's why I'm like, I haven't figured out how to trick that. But the point is to trick your enemies as much as possible, and it really depends on how you're going to do it. I think that the best way to do it is just, try to get your enemies to think that you're gonna do something and you don't do that, and then you do something else that involves killing them somehow. That's kind of how I think of it, and it works out because of the window. Also, another thing you should do, this will help with leveling up. My dad just sneezed. He just sneezed again. Sorry about that. I'm gonna leave that in. I don't want to cut that out. He's a loud sneeze. So his ability to just kind of, he has just the most power. I think he's got a lot of strength. And yeah, I think that the only thing I gotta say is that that's the window. You just have to look for the window when they're done. Female Mudo, it's like the second attack, that's when you hit it. And you try to do as much as possible to get it to work. And yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about that. If anything else, maybe I don't know, maybe he's got a lot of things, and I think that I'll give you a better report whenever I get him to higher levels. I don't know, this thing is one of those kind of things, you want to max this thing. And when I get him to higher levels, I have to, anyways, I'm probably going to have to, next month, I'm going to have to max out, or at least level 30, or gets, 20 or something for Turkey Rodan or something. So I'm excited for that. And that's really it for that. But yeah, all I gotta say is that I'm excited for the fact that there is every week now. So I think the Halloween buildings are coming out next week. So I guess not this update or this new releasing, I guess. And I guess it was, one of my theories was correct, that every week that they're gonna release a new kaiju. But since there are 2 to 3 weeks left, I want to say maybe 2 weeks, yeah, something like that, yeah, maybe 1.5 weeks, there will be another kaiju, since that's how their timing works. And I'm excited to see how this will work out. So they're going to release every single week. So next week we will be getting Cleric Mudo, because I'm thinking that they're going, because right now at this station they're going from oldest to newest, so expecting Cleric Mudo next week. Now also I should tell you, this is technically part 3 of the Halloween episodes, so I'm gonna try to remake these. I'm gonna make this one a new thumbnail, so don't worry about that at all. I hope you guys will like the thumbnail. And also the Voodon and JuJu is actually really, really good. But also another thing I should mention is that Voodon and JuJu it's gonna be, I'm excited that they finally are now released Voodon and JuJu. Now, I don't think I have much else to say about this character. He's just came out, I got him, and I'm going to get him to level 75 to maybe 50. One of those, in between those. I already got Zombie Gigan to level 50. Now I think I'm going to just get him, maybe get this guy to level 50. And I'm hoping this year I'm going to get the rest of everything, because then I'm going to officially call myself the best of my time. Because actually I think I'm really good with fighting, but I'm pretty skilled with it, but I am not the best at fighting. I have been defeated several times, but I have been able to do some really good stuff before, but I don't know how. I still don't know some things, but I still think I can do a lot as long as I do what I can do some things. Okay, there is still things I can try, and right now I think that the best option right now is for me to try and get these characters to higher levels. But I'm excited because I'm going to get all of these kaijus to max level to half max right now. And I'm excited for Cleric Mudo because I want to half max that thing. That thing is amazing. It's my favorite Mudo. Alright, anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe button, and hit that bell for new uploads. And yeah, hit that. My sub goal is right now going to be 30. So yeah, you should totally hit that subscribe button and the like button. Also, if I've seen many people watch my videos, so yes, if you have not hit that like button and that subscribe button, you should. I've seen so many people who've watched my videos, and I'm not sure why no one's actually saying anything. They don't even. I want to hear your opinions. So please, can you just tell me down below in the comments what you don't know, if there's something you don't like, or there's something that you would like to know more about, and I'll make sure to figure those out, and hopefully you guys will like those. Hopefully like those videos, and also that's it actually. The Clown Club website is actually being really. I hope you guys will actually go there. There's the Clown Club logo you saw in this new intro. That is going to be that's going to be the new design, and I am going to put that out sometime very soon, very soon, so soon. Yeah, that's really it. And just make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and share with your friends. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.